We're going to get to another Heisman winner in Kyler Murray. And Kyler Murray said this week that the Cardinals, quote, have to be better on off-schedule plays because obviously I have the ability to make and extend plays, and we have the guys to go do it off-schedule. So I believe that's an area we got to be better at. All right, thankfully for Kyler, guys, he's already good at this. Since returning from that ACL injury in 2023, Murray has over 500 scramble yards for an average of 9.2 yards per carry. And Murray actually has 200 more scramble yards than designed rushing yards since then on basically the same amount of plays. Talk about Kyler's skill set and how it makes him perfectly fit for some of these off-schedule things that he's talking about.
Yeah, I think the irony in it is just his ability to also play with great anticipation when he needs to. He's got an extremely unique skill set. I always joke about him being able to throw a cotton ball on a roof. I mean, that context is for real when we're talking about his ability, what he can do with a football. And so I think for their offense to I guess, progress and continue to evolve, as you mentioned, being able to get these guys on the same page with the scramble drill, all of that different stuff, but those things take time.
Jeremy, I remember a few years ago, Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals started hot, and it felt like he was going to be in MVP conversations going forward. What have you heard about his offseason and the way that he's approaching getting better?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because the Cardinals coaches actually went back to some of that tape, and they saw DeAndre Hopkins was so good at those off-scripted plays with Kyler Murray. They got so many additional yards when things would break down. And they felt like over the last year or two, Kyler's gotten much better at the scripted on-time stuff. So they figure if they can keep doing that and build the non-scripted plays, they're going to really take a bit of a jump. They felt like they left yards on the table last year. You had Marvin Harrison Jr. coming into his own his rookie year. A little disappointing by a yard standpoint, but they were very happy with him. They feel like he's going to make the jump. He's added size. It'll help him with those jump balls on those type of plays. But I was told in practice and OTA's minicamp, sometimes Kyler would just roll out just for that very purpose of like, let's just create something here, even if we might have had a play on time and see what guys can do and if they can find the right spots in the field.
All right, if they're going to continue to focus on the scripted stuff for Kyler, though, let's get a few more things scripted for Marvin Harrison Jr. Think back to last year, 4th overall pick, and teams like the Minnesota Vikings and New York Giants might have been interested in coming on up to that 4th overall pick. The Cardinals said, we're taking this player because he's that good. He fills that big of a need for us. Look at the top 10 wide receivers in the 2024 NFL Draft. See the guy right after Marvin Harrison Jr.? He had 9 games with 7 or more catches last season. That was tied for the most in the NFL with Jamar Chase. Something about that LSU water that RC knows all about. Man. Marvin Harrison Jr. is too talented for you to not make him the focal point of your passing game. I know Trey McBride is the highest paid tight end, now second behind George Kittle. But the bottom line was he was not involved enough last season. I know that there's a rookie learning curve and all that. The college tape looked pretty darn good for Marvin Harrison Jr. to be an immediate impact contributor. Didn't think there was enough. And don't forget his very first game last year, a game in which the Cardinals were up huge against the Bills. They ended up losing that game. Marvin Harrison Jr. was invisible. We can't have weeks like that at all going forward for Arizona.
Yeah, and they do feel like the size he added this offseason is going to help him with the yards after catch stuff, going to help him with the contested catch stuff. Like they do think he's going to be primed for that breakout.
Orlando, when you're a young player and a lot is expected of you, how much or how important is it to sort of get better from year 1 to year 2?
Oh, man, I mean, I think the jump from year 1 to year 2 is the biggest and most important of your career because, for one, you want to build a foundation within the building amongst your peers, in my opinion, that jump from year 1 to year 2. Also, front offices, executives, I think they pay a lot of attention to that, man. And for myself personally, the jump I made from year 1 to 2, I was able to make my first Pro Bowl at right tackle. Our team was much better. Lamar's first MVP in his second year. So, it's very important.
Yeah, I think that's what they have to be looking forward to if you're the Arizona Cardinals. Let's see the Marvin Harrison we drafted, but also let's be intentional about making sure we get him the football.
Maybe it's on him, but also on them too, right? Yeah. Like, let's find ways to, number 18 should have the ball in his hands at least 7 times in a game. Pretty often.
Well, I'm going to tell you what.
How's it going, everybody? Villa Sports Network here. Just wanted to thank you guys for your support on the channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I also want to kind of remind you to don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on the video if you like as well. But regardless of the fact, thank you again for your support, and hope to see you on the next video.